So today we're here at Reformation for Bible study, and on Thursdays it's traditionally been open to everyone in the community, any of our partners, anyone who'd like to join. So we actually had a fairly large group here. Right now we're focusing on the text from Austin Hartke, Transforming the Bible in the Lives of Transgender Christians. I mean, celebration of each other's identity is always important. It's how we show that we really do deeply see one another and deeply love one another. Because if we're dealing with kind of a cardboard cutout of people, then we're not really inviting them to be a part of our lives, and we're not willing to step out to be a part of their lives. And I think it's important for any church who is willing and ready to have these conversations, because it allows us to reshape where we are now. We can't change our history, but what we can do is recognize the damage that it's done, and it allows us to write a future that isn't necessarily dependent on those scars.
Good morning. I have, growing up, I had an aunt, and one of my mom's sister kids called my auntie uncle instead of auntie. We all knew a woman was living with her. I mean, but the way they carried themselves, it was more like a roommate than anything. But I always asked my mom, why did they call my auntie uncle? To me, I thought that was disrespectful.
That's exactly how we've seen a lot of these religious issues used in the past. Because there's so much baggage and so many scars around what the church has been in the past, that the question becomes, am I really welcome here? Or am I just kind of putting myself back into the same meat grinder that I've been through before? And eventually, that becomes a risk that you won't take anymore.
God doesn't make junk is a phrase I always heard as a kid. You know, when somebody said something bad to you, you always said, well, God doesn't make junk. God doesn't make bad things. We're all good.
We know we have people in our family who their gender is different from other people. And to break that ice, I think the oldest ones got to show example in the youngest life, you know, because, you know, we learn one way, and now you got to be relearned another way.
And that, in and of itself, is a massive step, to be able to meet people where they are and to say, okay, if you are wanting to be called auntie, nothing can change the fact that that's who you are to me. That's who you are in this world. It doesn't have to be hard for us to say, you know, actually they use they, them, or actually she uses she, her, and correct others. It's actually a way for us to build a relationship with one another, even though a lot of the times we're worried that if we kind of interject or correct someone, it will destroy a relationship. So you don't just decide not to do it because it's hard. Instead, you live into the fact that there will probably be mistakes and that people will correct, and we lean on each other for that. And that it actually helps us transform our past and our own scars into something new when we start engaging with these theologies. That's kind of the heart of why we're doing this. We can't compress people down to a single identity as anything other than a child of God.
The conversation is real great. I can't wait to get deeper into the book to read it. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the sessions going into the book. And Psalms 139 is my favorite scripture of the Bible.
I've been coming to this Bible study ever since we've been over here, like 6 years now. It's just like a good blessing for me. You know, I feel without Bible study, I'd be lost. And without my church, I would be lost. because this is my second home, and I have a lot of joy when I be here.
I am actually thrilled with the conversation, not just with the number of people who have come out to show support and to show intention to grow and to change into who we've said we're going to be, but also I thought a lot of the discussion was heartfelt, it was open, and people were really willing to bring their whole selves in, and that's at the very center of making any worthwhile discussion. We really are opening up, deciding who we're going to be, and becoming who we say we are. And that, to me, is absolutely the work of the Spirit.